Can I get you another one?
Why not? I didn't come here for the conversation, apparently. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean you.
Forget it.
I wasn't trying to...
I said forget it. I know you didn't mean nothing. And even if you did, let's face it, I ain't exactly, what do you say, a virtuoso at the art of confabulation.
Even after years of working as a bartender?
What? Nah, I only been working here like a month.
Ah. Well, it must have been your steady hand on the bottle that led me astray. Speaking of which...
Coming right up.
I wonder where that little bastard's at.
Who the fuck ever heard of a cash-only donut shop? Bloody Luddites. Right, here's the cash machine. They've got me so hungry I'm talking to myself. Oi, are you keying a novel in Morse code? I haven't got all day to stand here. I beg your pardon. I know you. You're that duck who runs the rival private detective agency. Bosco Bastion's Featherworth at your service. I don't believe I've had the pleasure. The name's McPherson. Jack McPherson. And if you don't let me through to that cash machine, you'll find what happens next to be anything but a pleasure. Fortunately, I have concluded my business at this kiosk. I say to you, good day. Oi, wait a minute, you numbskull. You forgot your plastic. And you left your balance up, which means I now know you have a whopping $27 in your account. You've only got $27 to your name? Hardly. That is only my checking account. My savings is quite robust. Says here you've got $192 in the savings. Oh, looks like it's about to swallow your card. Shall I eject it for you? I'll take care of it. Stand aside. All right then, I beg your pardon. Now piss off. I need donut money before they sell out to the bloody things. What are you spending it all on? Excuse me? I know you've not been this badly off for long. Your office is in that fancy glass building on the trading estate. You must have paid for it with something. So what have you spent the rest of it on? Liquor? Drugs? Soliciting underage duckling prostitutes? My expenses have temporarily run ahead of my revenues. But I'll solve that problem once I provide Mrs. Abimelech and Mrs. Lopez with evidence that their son and daughter are having an affair with each other and collect my reward. Now, I see no reason to remain here while you attempt to ruffle my feathers. Goodbye. Don't go spending it before you've got it, Donald. Those masters better have some donuts for me, and they'd better be warm.
Alberto Giolitti, you knucklehead. The Enterprise doesn't have jet engines.
What's going on, baby?
Hey, Toby Benson. I figured you'd be home earlier. I thought you just had a court thing today. Did it take forever, or did you end up putting in a full day's work?
Not really, baby. Me and Squirrel had a meeting scheduled at the state's attorney's office, but they had to reschedule. So we went out to lunch, then I sent Squirrel home early while I went back to the office by myself and jacked off for about an hour.
Busy day.
You're telling me. When I was on my way out the door after I finished jacking off, I had a walk-in at the Stop and Shop.
A walk-in? Oh, that's right. You offer piecemeal martial arts lessons. Wow, I almost forgot you did that. You've been so focused on the detective agency.
Yeah, but I still hold it down as a Krav Maga teacher. And I don't call them piecemeal lessons, baby. They are periods of highly focused, standalone instruction.
My apologies. So, you still had it in you to teach a little Krav Maga even after spending an hour at the Rosy Palms Hotel?
Oh, I made it make it worth my while, baby. This scrawny-ass teenage boy walks in, and he's like, I'm getting bullied. I need to learn some shit. And I was like, come back tomorrow, baby. I've been jacking off for an hour, and I'm tired. But he was like, it's gotta be today. I'll pay you whatever you want. So I was like, you got $500? And he was like, yep. So I took his $500 and taught him how to block an outside strike and punch somebody in the throat at the same time.
So you got paid, and you did some good.
It's what I do.
Assuming he was telling you the truth, of course. He may have just said he was getting bullied so you would teach him the move, when in reality, he's the bully and you just taught him some next-level bully shit.
If that is the case, it might make you feel better to know that I totally ripped his ass off. $500 is way too much to charge somebody for one move that they could probably learn from watching a YouTube video.
That only makes me feel better if the kid turns out to be the bully, though. If he was the victim looking for a way to defend himself, then you overcharging him kinda detracts from the goodness of teaching him.
Well, I can't please everybody, baby. Hello there. How are you guys? Just fine, baby. I was a little aggravated because I had a meeting that got canceled, but then I went back to the office and jacked off for a straight hour, and now I feel a lot better. Uh-huh.
And tell him about your big payoff.
Yeah, I got some kid who is either an innocent victim or a lying bully to pay me $500 to teach him one Krav Maga move. Wonderful. How are you, Steve?
I'm good. How was work?
It was great.
You really like working for the Huskies?
So far I do. This was the best first week I've ever had at a job. Really, baby? Really. The work is very interesting and similar to what I did for the Mid-Atlantic Food Bank in some ways. The pay is fantastic, and I get along great with my coworkers. And you're the only one there who ain't a Husky? For the moment. I'm told there was an Appaloosa on the outreach team until a few months ago. She left to become a hippotherapist.
And you get along with them, you say? Your Husky colleagues?
I do. Why shouldn't I?
It's just that some people might think it could be difficult to get along with...
How can you stand working in an office full of Millicents, baby?
Or you could phrase it that way, sure.
Okay, two-part answer. First, I get along with Millicent. Second, not every Husky is the same. They're individuals just like everyone else. And most of the Huskies I work with aren't nearly as stuck up,
Elitist,
snobby,
condescending,
high-handed,
pompous.
stuffy. What? What? You said my name? Oh, no, not stuffy like you, baby. Stuffy like prissy and old-fashioned.
Right, not stuffy like Stuffy. Stuffy like Millicent.
My ears are burning. With white-hot rage, just like the rest of me.
Hey, baby, what are you all enraged about?
You dare to ask? Prissy and old-fashioned? Like Millicent?
What makes you think we were talking about you, baby?
Right, we didn't mean Millicent as in you, Millicent. We meant Millicent as in what Alex and the Droogs call police officers in A Clockwork Orange.
I don't know what is more insulting. What you said about me when you thought I couldn't hear you, the pathetic way that you just tried to lie your way out of it, or the fact that you did so by citing a novel which an unscrupulous human plagiarized from a Husky.
A Clockwork Orange was plagiarized from a Husky novel?
Yes.
What was the title of the Husky novel?
The Wayward Husky Who Was Corrected. It tells the story of a young husky who falls in with a group of violent and depraved humans, is corrupted by their influence, but is ultimately cured by a revolutionary form of psychotherapy. It was voted Most Inspiring Book of the Year by the Husky Literature Society.
Okay, sounds exactly the same. I apologize. And I'm sorry we insulted you. We love you, Millicent.
Of course you do. You don't have to grovel. I'm over it. Talking about the superior art produced by Husky culture always calms me down. Besides, a Husky never holds a grudge.
Is that to do with all Huskies, baby? Because I heard they ain't all like you. That's what Stuffy was saying.
Was he? Well, Stuffy is correct. Of course no two Huskies are alike. Every Husky is a unique and beautiful expression of the genius of Husko. Sadly, sometimes this uniqueness takes the form of Huskies who stray from the example of Son of Husko, who forsake the hard-won wisdom of millennia of Husky history, and who venture so far into the non-Husky world that one day they look around and realize they are lost, and unable to find their way home.
What happens to the Huskies who leave the pack? Are they shunned, like the Mormons or the Amish?
Of course not. Huskies do not practice such human barbarities. Just like in the novel, any wayward Husky is always welcome to return, and they will be embraced and given everything to which any other Husky is entitled. You see, we are a compassionate and forgiving breed, which is why we are better than you.
Also, Huskies who have left the community and come back are valued for their unique insights and skills. Almost everyone else who works with me on the outreach team previously lived among non-Huskies, with little or no contact with other Huskies until they returned. How do them other Huskies like Stuffy, baby?
We don't work directly together, but I believe Stuffy has been accepted as much as any non-Husky could be, which is as it should be.
Thank you, Millicent.
And Stuffy, you don't find the other Huskies to be as, that is to say, their self-esteem and their regard for all things Husky isn't as high as Millicent's?
I find them generally to be quite humble.
That's a result of living exclusively outside the Husky community for so long. The haughtiness is often the first thing to go. Many Huskies who lose it never get it back. It's tragic.
You ain't never lost that shit though, baby.
I should hope not. I make a conscious effort to maintain it. That's why, while I live here, I attend church and socialize with other right-minded Huskies on a regular basis. That way I will never forget the pride and dignity that are the rightful inheritance of all Huskies, passed down to us from the first generation by Husko himself.
So what's the lunch situation like? Do you eat there? Do they have a cafeteria?
They do, but there's also a nice little restaurant about half a block away.
A husky restaurant?
I mean, huskies work there, but it's not a husky restaurant. You like it, don't you, Millicent?
It's good.
I feel 10 milligrams lighter. Serves me right for eating all those donuts. And ordering the extra large coffee to boot. What's this? Young Franklin Abimelech is on the move. But where's he going? I've never seen him turn left out of the parking lot before. He might be motoring to meet his mysterious mutt. This could be the break I've been waiting for. You can't elude me, you horny little bastard. I'll be there before you can prematurely fling your nut custard up her nose. I just have one stop to make on the way.
I mean, why are there so many different kinds of beer? Do you know? Does anybody even care how it tastes? Really?
Don't let me interrupt then.
And just where have you been? I've been sitting here jabbering for hours to this low-life bartender. No offense.
No, I get it.
And you don't even bother to show up until whatever time it is now.
Right. Well,
I demand an explanation.
I was trying to.
And an apology, sir, for I do consider myself ill-used.
Do you want to sit there and listen to me grovel, or do you want to come along while I crack the case I've been working on all these weeks?
The case? Something's actually happening with the case?
Aye. Now are you coming or not?
Alright. But I've been drinking all afternoon, so you'll have to be the designated driver.
There's a first time for everything.
Hey folks, thanks for watching this episode, and now, to tell you how you can help us out, here's Millicent.
Greetings, humans! If you enjoyed this video, click like, share the video, and subscribe to this channel. And please consider helping us to produce more videos by supporting this channel with a monthly donation through Patreon. Go to www.patreon.com/Steve Shives to become a patron.
Thank you. So, if this YouTube gig ever falls through, do you think I could get a job at the Husky Union Resource Trust?
What are your qualifications?
I can write.
We have all the writers we need.
I can talk.
We have Husky orators who put your meager abilities to shame.
I can do videography.
Ooh, a triple threat!
Does that mean I could get a job?
We're fully staffed.